So everybody, so I have my own CSGO extension, as you can see, and what I did is the following.
You make by lowballing people on CSFloat for 1 hour.
So I tried lowballing people on CSFloat for 1 hour of this exact video. I'm going to show you quickly the results on this channel. So essentially my extension, as you can see, it overlays prices on, for example, CSFloat or any other market. And I made something which is bargain only mode, where if you select this, you will only see bargainable items. And for example, what you could do is select bargain only mode and see which items are profitable to bargain on. You also have more settings here. So if I show it on the panel, you can literally select only bargainable at like a minimum percentage. So now the items which are not profitable get hidden. For example, you can do this. So this is pretty useful. So if I want like a minimum of 6% profit, if I want like 10%, I'll write it here. As you can see, like already a few more get hidden. And now we can easily see, okay, like which ones are actually profitable to bid on. As you'll see, there's still a small few bugs or problems, but it showed overall work. I've actually used this myself and I use it myself every day. So this is what you can do. For example, bargain only mode, the newest mode, auto refreshing, because you see all these new listings. That's exactly what I did in this video. Link for the extension is probably in the description.
How much profit can you make by lowballing
So
people
as you
on
can see,
CSFloat for exactly
I
1
actually
hour
tried this.
straight? How much profit can you make by lowballing people on CSFloat?
I think I did the intro a few times, so that's pretty cool. So essentially, all I did was just make a few offers. So I literally spammed out offers. I think I sent more than one offer every single minute. So I did get some buys, and you see, like there were a lot of offers. So I'll just tell you like my unfiltered results. Now, a few things which I noticed, as you can see, is when I placed all of these offers, essentially the strategy was to refresh the page and find all the newest listings. Because I was thinking, if you get the newest listings, then it means that the people are online because they just listed items, so they are here. Because you don't want to have all your money locked up and have to wait a long time. So what I was thinking, if they're online right now, they will be newest. So if I bargain this item right here, for example, it means that this person is going to be online. And I will just go like this, make offer, and I will select the minimum offer. And this was just more like an experiment. I didn't expect this to actually work, or my expectation was for this not to work, because who would accept such a low ball offer? But essentially, I would just sit here like this. Now, the one thing which I noticed when doing this strategy is, first of all, you need to have a big balance. Let me drink a sip of my coffee. This is because of two reasons. One, because you need a minimum $30 to bargain on an item for the first place. And then second of all, just because if you're gonna bargain on 10 items, for example, I had like a very low acceptance rate. I'm just gonna spoil it. If we check my data, this was from the last 30 days. So I sent 75 bargains and only 3 of them got accepted, of which one of them was a mistake on my part and I actually lost some money. So only 2 of them were good. As you can see, they are now also here. This is also an extension. I'm still testing it. But essentially, 7% acceptance rate, that's pretty bad. This includes counter offers. So yeah, that's not too great. So you need a lot of money, because let's say you have like 5 to 10 bargains open, then that's gonna be pretty bad. So that's why you need a lot of money, and that's not too shabby. Also, if you're gonna be lowballing, not as many people are just gonna accept it in general, just because like they could literally sell it to a buyer. For example, the buy order for this item is, if at least if it's gonna load, I think that there might be like a small bug. But yeah, the buy order for this one is 46.3. So if I bargain 43, like there's no point in him accepting this order, you see. So essentially I would not always of course, but essentially I would have to place it above buy order. And that's usually what I also found from the results. Another thing is, if you for example have $1,000 and you bargain on an item like this, like for example you can bargain 448. This is bugged, unfortunately. I haven't looked into that yet. But if I bargain this item, $500 of my $1,000 is going to be locked up. And if this person does not decline it in 30 minutes, I'm literally going to have half of my money locked up for quite a while. And that's also what you found here. I mean, look at this, 436. Damn, like $7 is locked up, but basically like all these people, they are not online or they're not accepting. So that's a big part. So I would rather focus on like a lot of small items. And
It's a long-term.
essentially, this didn't work out as well. I only got about 2 items, which weren't that nice anyways. Oh, I purchased this one. Okay. Damn, I didn't even want to
Bargain
buy this
accepted.
one. 37.8. Okay. I mean, I guess I guess it's a good deal. It goes for like market for is about 42, so that should be a 10% profit anyways. Mm, okay. But yeah, I bought, I believe, these two items, and then this one was, I believe, a bad deal. I think, yeah, I bought this for a bad price because I wasn't paying attention. But essentially, these two were like good deals at the time. There's currently not that great deals anymore. Same for this one, no. Mm, Another thing I noticed is that my account got blocked after, or at least in the end. So in the end, my account got blocked just because I had like a low acceptance rate. So what happens is that CSFloat basically knows if you're spamming offers. You know, if you're just spamming offers and no one accepts it or counter offers it or what, then yeah, you're gonna get blocked. So I had a ban for 3 days, which
Bargain
didn't
declined.
really matter for me. Thank you, bargain declined. Now I heard some people say that there are some strategies in order to fix this. And what I actually was thinking myself is that if you just have an item which you buy for like which you bargain on and then buy, so you offer like a very good rate and then you just buy it, you know, and then let's say you buy an item for like $30. So if we were to go for any one of these items, $30 to $50, let's just refresh the results. Because think about it, CSFloat basically just tracks how many offers gets accepted from you and
Okay,
declined.
so I kind of
So
have a problem here because I kind of already spent all
why
my
is this
offers,
playing?
and now
Okay, because let's imagine if all your offers get declined, then they know you're a bot. But if some get accepted, then you should be fine. So I'm thinking, what if you just buy one of these cheap items and this item is listed for 42 and you literally just bargain like $40, and essentially you would lose like 5% on this item, but then you could literally place another 100 bargains without any problem. So that's what I'm thinking. And the way to make this possible is to then bargain on an item which you're going to resell on another market. So sometimes you can literally like bargain 99% of its value because it's already a profitable deal. And I also think that's where most of the profit is going to be, because obviously everyone would want to buy this skin for $43. But if you sell this one on another market for more than $48, for example, right now, if you would sell it for $50, you could literally offer like $47 for the skin and have a much bigger chance of buying it. And I think that's the way to go, because there's just going to be a lot of competition for people wanting to buy this for 43. Probably a lot of bot accounts, because it's pretty easy to have bot accounts. You know, you just spam offers, and then when they get banned, you'll just create a new account. So that's literally the easiest way to do it. So yeah, the results of my 1 hour was pretty bad, but I've essentially been sending out bargains on items on CSFloat for quite a while now. And the way that I would do this is, let me just open this up because I don't want to leak anything. I'm gonna be using Price Empire for this example, but I have my own comparison tool. Now, the way I used to do this is find like already good price deals and then just bargain a little bit so I can get like a 1 or 2% discount. And even though 1 or 2% doesn't seem like a lot, like if you think about it, it's in the end it's a very big discount. So for example, if we were to sell to like, okay, let's just say Upin Bioder, if they have this access. Mm, yeah, Upin Bioder. So if we were already going to now I hate this new layout of price. I don't know what Price Empire is. This has become a market, and they like this is so shit. Everything is pretty shit in Price Empire now. But essentially, why doesn't it work? I think we need to write it like this, right? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, where's the fee? Where's the profitability? Why is it only showing 3 items? Yeah, this is why I don't use this anymore. Like, why does this not work? Oh, this is RY. Okay, no, that's my bad. That's my bad. I thought it was liquidity. That's my bad. Mm-mm-mm. All right, now this is gonna be a pretty bad example, but for example, if we see this M minimal wear out torque for $5.2 on CSFloat and it's 5.7 on Upin Bowder. Now, of course, I'm not sure if this price is actually legit, but let's imagine that. Let me turn off bargain only. So yeah, unfortunately, you cannot bargain on these items. But essentially, if you were able to bargain on this item and get it for $5 or $5.1, there's a very big chance that the seller is gonna accept that, and you'll get like an extra 1 to 2% profit. And what you'll find is that extra 1 or 2% profit is gonna matter a lot if you think about it in the long run. Because 1% less to buy the skin is gonna be way more. So, for example, for this one, essentially, if we were to sell this for 50.5 on Upin, which is only about a 5% profit. But besides the point, the current cheapest is 48. So if we could actually bargain on this, and his offer is 48.9. So if we could say that like 47.5 we could buy it for this price, that would be like technically a good deal. And since this is only for him like $1 difference, like the chance of him accepting is much bigger, because it's $1. So if this is just a regular person trying to sell skins, he's most likely not going to care about $1. And of course, this may not work with every single skin, or this can be a bad example, but essentially that's what I would be doing. And what you'll find is there are a lot of these skins. Now, unfortunately, Price Empire isn't what it used to be, and this pricing data is pretty bad. So I won't really use this, but you should still find some good deals. So what I'm thinking is like the way to go with these bargains is to literally just find items you'd buy anyways, or like items which are like within a certain threshold, with like 2-3% higher than the lowest, but you can bargain on them. And I would just bargain on those items, have some money set aside, and then wait. Maybe like that's what I'm thinking. Because how long should you wait before you decline your offer or cancel it? Because you can cancel after 30 minutes, but I guess you would have to look a little bit at the time zones perhaps, and then maybe cancel after like 4 hours, since you don't want all your money to be locked up, but you also don't want to like miss out the deal just because you cancel too early. So that's the things I'm thinking now. With the extension, you've auto refresher. This is super useful. Yeah, I honestly just wanted to show you this. So this is like my raw thing about my video. Actually, alright, so here's me literally, bro. Look at me. I'm so fucking looked in. Alright, so yes, this one got $3.6 profit. That was at the time, of course. Right now, it's not actually profitable, but it's also been like 2-3 weeks later, so that's fine. What you'll find, this one was also $5 profit, 6%. So this lowballing strategy for 1 hour actually works, but it's just not super effective. So I wouldn't personally do this. As you can see, I only had 2 buys, which of course is $10 of profit. So $10 an hour is not bad. But yeah, this isn't like the most desirable strategy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you later. Yeah, bye bye.